Tommy, when Polaris lent us this brand new RZR Turbo S, we promised to take it to Moab.
Yeah, we did, and we're here in Moab, as you can see by... Check that out. We're here at Easter Jeep Safari.
People know us here, dude.
Yeah, they do.
Anyway, last year I ran Top of the World, the name of this trail, because it's spectacular. When you get to the top, you are basically on a bluff and you can park the RZR or the Jeep, right, and get this incredible view of the red cliffs and like a 3,000 foot drop. So I thought to myself, what a better way to test this RZR than to put it up against kind of the JK that we have that's lifted that I ran last year. So guess what you get to do?
Walk?
No, you get to drive the RZR up to the top of the world and comparing the, well, Jeep to the side-by-side.
Yeah, now my Wrangler JK has 35-inch tires and a big lift, and it still struggled on this trail. So we'll see what this RZR can do.
Yeah, I remember I came back and I felt terrible. I had done some damage to your wheels, a little bit of road rash.
And the underside, yep.
And a little bit of damage to the other side. So why don't you get behind the wheel, put on your helmet, and let's go to the top of the world. Now, this Turbo S RZR is the top of the line RZR you can buy, and it costs, well, just over $30,000, but for that you get a lot. You get active suspension, you get 168 horsepower turbocharged engine, and you know what, Tommy? Why don't you give him a walk around and show him everything that this bad boy does that I think is going to make this trail a piece of cake.
This Polaris RZR is a force of technology and meat. It's so meaty. Take a look at these front shocks. These are Fox Podium internal bypass 2.5 shocks. Up here, oh yes, 32-inch tires. That's really small for a Jeep, but really big for a side-by-side. This is a lot of ground clearance. 16 inches of ground clearance according to Polaris on this RZR Turbo S4. And in the back, well, the Fox shocks just get even bigger. They're Fox internal bypass podium 3.0s. You're gonna have a hard time finding something on the trail that's gonna be better than this. Now, I will say that it's got a pretty good crawl ratio in low, so it's got a lot of torque pretty much everywhere in the RPM range. And there are very few things that'll do these Moab trails faster than a motorcycle. This might be one of them, and I know it's not about speed, but it is a different dynamic than in a Jeep.
Yeah, I mean, in the Jeep you got so much more weight, right?
Right.
And you feel that weight. This doesn't have to be burdened with the ability to go on-road. It's a pure off-road machine, so it's very laser focused on what we're doing right now, basically.
Now, this is the four-seater variant, which means it is a little bit longer, but it doesn't matter. I mean, the brake over angle is just so good anyways.
Now, last year when I did this, I ran it with a bunch of other Jeeps, you know?
Yep.
And we took a lot longer to do this than we're doing right now.
I'm sure. And I'm sure it was a lot less comfortable.
Now, there are a lot of RZRs out here, but what makes this one special is not the engine, which in itself is incredible. A 2-cylinder turbo that puts out just under 170 horsepower. That's pretty crazy. Of course, it's a RZR, so it has a CVT, but what makes this RZR special is right here. These live valve Fox shocks. Basically, they're active suspension, and there are only two vehicles I can think of that actually have active suspension. It's this RZR and, of course, the Ford Raptor. Now, what this does is it allows you to have, well, let me take you inside and show you. Now, what makes these shocks so unique is not that you've got 3 different settings here, firm, sport, and comfort, Tommy, but that they actually kind of anticipate what the ground is doing. In other words, let's say we get airborne in this machine, the shocks will actually firm up so that when we land, we don't bottom out. And these 3 settings actually do work. So firm is very firm, and comfort is very comfortable. It's a really cool machine, and I think it's about as close to a trophy truck that you can get without actually getting a trophy truck.
Now, this little switch is important too. This has a permanently locked rear diff and a really sophisticated auto-locking front differential as well. So you have 2-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive, and then here on the shifter we have a high and a low range. So we're gonna put it in low for some rock crawling,
obviously this could be a trophy truck, but it also works really well as a rock crawler. And one of the reasons for that, Tommy, is do you know how many inches of suspension travel we have?
Yeah, it's like, Polaris is 25 usable, but it's really like 21 inches of suspension travel.
Think about that, 25 inches of suspension travel. That's incredible.
Anything over 20 is pretty magnificent.
So Tommy, we've got these like little steps right here.
They're about 6 inches tall.
Yeah, and normally in a Jeep, this could be a backbreaker. You would probably take them, what, at 2 miles an hour?
If that.
Oh, even air down, right?
Yep.
So let's show them what the side-by-side can do. Why don't you go like at about 10 miles an hour?
Yeah, let's see.
All right, I'm gonna go up there and narrate, okay?
Yep.
All right. So I remember coming up this stretch in the JK last year. My back was just screaming for mercy. So let's see how Tommy does it. Yeah, he seems to be just powering up. Look at that suspension just eat up those bumps. Get a little bit of running here. You can put it in high.
Yeah, put it in high.
Yeah, show them what it can do when we go a little faster, huh?
And you just...
Mud here.
Now, one issue is there are no fenders.
No, and you do get water and mud flying everywhere if you go too fast.
Yeah, so you gotta be a little careful if you want to stay dry, and even there.
Yeah, even there we're getting a little muddy. Is that really a Cadillac Seville?
Yes, sir. 85.
85 Seville?
Yes, sir.
How the heck did you get the idea to lift this bad boy?
They were sitting in the backyard.
How much ground clearance do you have?
I have no idea.
Okay, and what's underneath? Is it a Seville?
It's a Dodge Dually 1-ton.
You put a Seville. It's so badass, man. I love it.
Thank you.
Well, have fun up there. Congratulations.
Thank you.
That is so cool.
Now that is a true hybrid. A Cadillac / Dodge 1-ton hybrid. All right, Tommy, this is a pretty steep and hard area, right?
Yep.
So I remember coming through it here in your Jeep, and we worked really hard to get past this. So let's see how the RZR does. You gotta get a little bump, dude.
Stuck.
Yeah, you gotta get a little bump.
Ready?
Try again.
Okay, bumping it up.
Bump it up. There you go. There you go. Just a little bit of power here. Stay to your right here. Yeah, easy, huh?
Yeah, so easy.
Just a little place we got stuck, but not that hard. Any damage?
Curved the wheel there,
Yeah.
and up here too.
Yeah, a little bit. You're right.
Yeah, a little bit of rock rash there.
Yeah, that happens. Because look, underneath. What are you going to hit underneath? There's nothing to hit,
Yeah.
right? Tommy, now you know why it's called the top of the world.
Yeah, top of the world, and I am ready to get down to the bottom of the world.
Are you nervous?
Yeah, I really hate heights.
Oh, this is about as spooky as it gets. So what's your bottom line on this bad boy?
It makes things that should be hard incredibly easy. It makes things that should be slow incredibly fast. And it makes things that are incredibly bumpy incredibly smooth.
You know, it's a very focused machine, and it allows people with not necessarily a lifted Jeep and a lot of experience to just come out here and enjoy, you know, the beauty of what is Utah. And so for that reason, I think it's great.
Look, here's the downside, right? It's too wide for a lot of trails in Colorado. It's great out here. It's too expensive, and frankly, it's a little bit too easy. It just makes things a little bit too easy.
Yeah, but I think that's good. I mean, you want people to come and enjoy this, don't you?
Yeah, but yeah.
You're just nervous. He's
I'm ready to go.
He's terrified. He just wants to get off of the top of the world, and I'm loving it up here, man. As always, this is Roman reporting for TFL Off-Road. Thanks for watching. Remember, check out TFLoffroad.com for more news, views, and of course, real-world Jeep and Polaris RZR reviews. See you guys next time. Ciao. We're getting down, Tommy.